I really do need coffee for this one. Love my life. Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new, and if you are new, I would love if you guys join my family by clicking that red subscribe button and turning on the bell to be notified every single time I drop a new video like this one, which I do upload every Tuesday and Thursdays. I don't even know what to call this one, but you guys will tell by the title. All I know is this is so creepy, so crazy, and I never thought I would be having to film this story time because it is actually something that happened to me very recently. You guys know now I love sharing story times, and although they are really juicy and I spill a lot of tea, I also think that you could always learn something from all these story times, and they're also topics and things that happen to so many people. I think it can also be something that people can relate to and learn from when it comes to all my past mistakes. But this one is a little bit different. I actually got hacked on my Snapchat. Not gonna lie, I'm a little creeped out. Actually, I'm a lot creeped out. If you guys like my story times, thumbs it up. It really helps me out. I will also leave my tea time story time playlist in the description box. If you're bored, if you have a little bit of extra time, definitely check that playlist out. I'm telling you guys, you probably will be amused and entertained. Before I jump into the video though, I wanted to share with you guys a cashback website, and I've been using this thing for years now. And no, I'm not being sponsored, but I do have a referral link. I want to be 100% transparent with you guys. Rakuten is a cashback site that has hundreds upon hundreds of amazing stores. Pretty much every store I shop on is on Rakuten. And the reason I wanted to share with you guys is because they're actually having really good deals now. They've been having 10% cashback on sites. So anytime I'm buying something, whether it's skincare products or clothing or any little hygiene products, I've been ordering everything online, and you might as well make money back on something you're already gonna buy. Even if you're gonna buy people gifts, you might as well make money back from those gifts and kind of get like a discount and get cash back. So it is completely free to sign up, and if you guys sign up with my link, which I will have linked down below for you guys, you will get $10 after your first purchase of anything you buy. Every few months, like quarterly I believe, they will give you your payment of all your cash back. So you can either get paid via check or PayPal, and I believe you can also set up for it to directly go into your bank, and it really adds up, especially if you do all your shopping online. You're going to get a lot of cash backs. And let's say you want to buy like skincare or something on Ulta.com, for example. Instead of going on Ulta, go on your Rakuten account, search up Ulta, it will pop up, and then click it and it will redirect you to Ulta.com, and then when you make your purchase and check out, you'll get cash back directly into your account. And like I said, if you sign up with my referral link, you will get $10 into your account right now. But enough of that, let's get into why you clicked it, the story. I can't believe this is a thing. Let's talk about it. You guys may know I got engaged 2 weeks ago, and if you guys haven't seen my story time on my whole proposal, I did a video on that already. I know I'm crazy. It's in the description box and also linked above for you guys. And by the way, thank you guys so much for all the Thank you guys for all the congratulations on that video and also on my Instagram. You guys seriously made my day. I'm so thankful for all your messages. But anyways, enough about that. Fresh out of my engagement, all this drama ensued. I got engaged, and then the next day I was kind of not really on my socials much because I was so busy with the whole engagement and talking to all my family and friends, and it was just honestly so crazy, so surreal. I actually do have a Snapchat, which some of you guys may not know because I don't really mention it anymore, but it is in my description box. I have my Instagram there, my Snapchat, my Facebook page, all of that. So if you guys want to follow, feel free. But Instagram is definitely the social media I use the most after YouTube. So I haven't really been using Snapchat that much. I'm not very active on it, but I do like to post whenever I upload a video. And something I do like when it comes to Snapchat, not gonna lie, is every single day, most of the times, I like to look at their little magazines they have. I'm a sucker for that. Love all the gossip little articles and kind of see what's new and what's happening. That is usually what I use Snapchat for. Now this is 2 days after my engagement, and I'm getting back on track. I went and checked my YouTube, my Instagram, and then I went to my Snapchat app. It was really weird. I opened my Snapchat app. That's a tongue twister. So I open it up and I noticed that my account is signed out, and that is so weird because all my accounts are obviously signed in when it comes to your phone. I feel like all of us have like our accounts pretty much signed in. That's never happened before, but for some reason it didn't hit me that someone may have hacked into it. I got no emails from Snapchat telling me anything about my account, so I just really thought maybe it was a glitch or it randomly signed me out. So I tried to sign back in, and I remember having difficulty signing back in, and I was like, maybe I forgot my password. It took me a little bit to actually get and change my password. It was really weird, and I don't know why that didn't click in either, but I just rarely use Snapchat. I feel like my Snapchat is so irrelevant that I just would not think that someone would want to try and go on to my Snapchat. But apparently it's a thing. I get onto my Snapchat, and I just look at the Daily Mail magazine, and I'm just scrolling through all the articles, seeing the latest news, seeing what the gossip is, and I go off Snapchat because that's as far as it will go for the most part. But this day I used Snapchat twice. Later on in the afternoon, I went back on my Snapchat because I actually uploaded my engagement video. So I wanted to post that on my Snapchat story to tell people to swipe up and check out my video. I uploaded it, and I realized I had 2 messages on my Snapchat, and it was from 2 of my guy friends. These 2 guys in particular were my guy friends. One of them I knew since I was like 14, 15, maybe 15. The other one I knew for quite a few years now too. Both of these guys were kind of like in a group of friends. I haven't seen them in a really long time, but I just assumed they messaged me because they were gonna say like congratulations for my engagement. And I didn't open their messages right away. I'm like, I'll open it later and message them like thanks. But you know, like when you go on Snapchat and you open a message, they know when you open it. So I was kind of like busy, and I'm like, I'll just answer later and check it out later. Go off my Snapchat, and I'm like answering back to comments on my video, and I just wanted to pay attention to that for a bit. And once I was kind of done like answering you guys back on my comments on my latest video and like answering you guys back on my Instagram, I decided to go back on my Snapchat to answer my 2 guy friends. And I was assuming, like I said, that they were just gonna say congratulations because they saw my Snapchat story. But I opened their messages, and their messages were so strange. It sounded like they were replying back to something I said to them. So one of them, I honestly forget what the message was. Unfortunately, Snapchat deletes the chat, so I couldn't see what was the combo back and forth. And I don't remember what he said, but I remember opening it and being like, what? And that is what I said. I literally sent question marks, and I was kind of confused what he was talking about. And then my other friend, I opened his Snapchat, and his, I remember, said, good to hear. What? I ended up messaging back to that friend as well, and I'm like, what, question mark? And then I start realizing that on my Snapchat, there were actually messages sent to a few guys. So there was a total of 4 guys that I apparently messaged, which clearly was not me. 3 of them were actually like my pretty good friends at one point. We definitely don't see each other as much, but we're definitely like acquaintances. And then the one guy, unfortunately, was someone that I went on a couple dates with back in the day, and let's just say that it just didn't end that well. I actually have him blocked on my Instagram, and to be honest, I didn't even realize I still had him on my Snapchat friends. That was one good thing to know, so I could delete. But like I said, this one guy was probably the most awkward out of the 4 that this person messaged from my Snapchat list, just because of how badly that ended with this person, which we shall call Tom. I could do a whole story time on that whole thing, but pretty much Tom and I just like went on a couple dates, nothing crazy, and I just did not feel a connection. I just felt no spark. I was just not into him at all, and for a little point there, he would not let go of me. He would constantly message me, and he would not get the hint, and I even would tell him like I'm not interested, and it got to the point where I started to date my now fiance, and this was at the beginning of us just going on dates, and he figured out that I was starting to date someone, and he started saying really nasty things about myself and my fiance together, and that's when I went ahead and blocked him on my Instagram. It just didn't work out between us, and I just feel like he couldn't let that go. It's funny to me that I even had him on Snapchat because I didn't realize, but like I said, that was probably the most awkward because that is one person that I did not want to be in my life, and I have no idea what this hacker said to that guy, because right when I saw that I even had him, I deleted him. Bye. Don't want to know what the conversation they had. Ignorance is bliss. That's how I feel about that one. I end up messaging my friends, and then I realized they messaged another one of my guy friends that's actually connected to one of the other ones. We were like in a little group. I messaged him and I'm like, did I message you yesterday? Because it said I messaged these people all 20 hours ago. So that means the day after my engagement, this person was on my account and I had no idea. And it creeps me out to know that someone was on my account, especially for that long, without me realizing. The conversations that were said with these guys just really disturbs me and disgusts me and really creeps me out, and I know you guys are gonna be creeped out too. There's 4 people involved in this story, so it's gonna get a little bit confusing, but we have person A. We're just friends, nothing more, anything like that. I actually met him at my gym years and years ago, and we used to go out like all the time as like a group to Toronto. But anyways, he went on to proceed to tell me that I was messaging him yesterday, and all of these people thought that I was actually messaging them, especially I guess at the beginning. I asked him what was said to him from my account, and he pretty much went on to tell me that someone was messaging him and asking if he could send me photos of myself, and I needed any photos he had for a fitness video that I wanted to do. He had one photo of us together in a big group of people, and I'm assuming, to be honest, it sounded like he honestly sent that photo over to this person, and that's the only photo this person has of me, is literally in a group photo and we're out in Toronto. Then once he sent that photo, I guess, this person proceeded to go on to tell them like, no, I don't want that kind of photo. I want more personal photos, if you know what I mean. Like, do you have any nudes of me? And that's when this person definitely realized that it's not me who messaged that, obviously. I love how none of these people messaged me to tell me that someone was on my account, when clearly that would not be me messaging that. And I was honestly disturbed when he told me that. I was really freaked out, and just so scary to know that someone's trying to get nudes of me to do God knows what with them. Then my other friend actually ended up messaging. So this is person B now. So person B ended up messaging me back and saying that, yeah, I did talk to him yesterday, and I asked what the conversation was, and once again, the conversation was very similar. This person messaged person B, and once again, this person said that I was making some fitness video for my channel, so they need photos of me. And then they said, do you have more personal photos? And it's funny because person B ended up going on like, I don't really have any more photos, and he actually reactivated his old Facebook account to just send me old photos of us together in like group photos. And I guess when he wasn't satisfying the hacker, he ended up telling the hacker like, oh, why don't you message my friend Angela, who has a lot more older photos of us together. And that person then went on to like proceed to say that like, no, I don't want those type of photos. I mean, like, do you have nudes of me? Do you have more personal photos of me? And of course, that's kind of like when the conversation is not gonna go anywhere, because these people don't have nudes of me, and this person must think I literally send nudes to every Snapchat friend I have on my Snapchat. So that's really great. The creepy thing too, as well, as in this conversation with person B actually asked me in this conversation, or asked the hacker. Person B actually knows that I recently bought a house and I'm having my house built. So I guess he went on to ask like, how's my house going? And this hacker had the audacity to message back and say everything's going so great. This person was really trying to pretend to be like it was me. This person messaged a bunch of different guys on like my Snapchat friends list. It was really random to the people that this person messaged, so I don't know if they know anything about me personally, but they obviously know that I'm a YouTuber because they're asking for photos for this video, fitness video, so they obviously know a little bit about me. It's not just someone completely random that went on my account that knows nothing about me. So that kind of makes me feel uneasy. And then finally, person C messaged me back and said the exact same story, insinuating they wanted nudes from me and if they had any nudes that they could send me of myself. And it was just a whole mess. Once again, it's really sad because I feel like this stuff happens all the time to people. Pretty much all of us and majority of us have our lives online. I know I'm a YouTuber and I'm a content creator, so obviously I definitely am involved in the internet world, but even someone that's not a YouTuber, we post a lot on social media when it comes to like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. The information is out there. It kind of just reminds me sometimes that the internet is a double-edged sword. Your privacy is just pretty much gone. And it really makes you second guess sometimes, and it kind of sucks that those bad people kind of ruin it for the good ones. It just was so invasive. I just don't even like to think about like what this person was trying to do. When it came to Tom, which was the guy that I went on a couple dates with, the one that didn't end well, I didn't end up messaging him, of course. I just deleted him right away because I was like, oh gosh, why this person? But that person, I know you've never even took a photo next to each other, so really, like, I don't know if he thought that was me or not. It was just really confusing to me on the people that they chose. I think they just randomly went on my Snapchat friends and just like messaged people, but they definitely didn't message the people at my top of the last people I messaged, because the last people I messaged on Snapchat were girls, and in particular my best friend Nilu was probably the last person I messaged. I really don't use Snapchat to message anyone, so even if I messaged someone, it was probably like from a year ago because I never use Snapchat. But there was one guy higher up on my Snapchat list that I was shocked they didn't message. But this person is actually one of my best friends that I've known since grade 9. So maybe if the person personally like really knows me, maybe they would know that there for sure wouldn't be anything, because they would know that him and I never dated, and maybe they thought the other guys were guys that I dated, hopefully, and they could get dirt. I have no idea, but I'm thinking it is just random and they just went down a list and tried to message guys hoping to get what they wanted, which essentially in the end were nudes. It really does scare you to realize that you are on the internet, and of course I do this as my job and I do put myself out there, but it's not right that people have to worry about this. I know this happens to YouTubers and celebrities, but I know it also happens to people that aren't YouTubers or aren't celebrities and don't put themselves out there as much and just have like normal accounts. I know personal girls that this has happened to, where people have leaked things of them and it's really traumatized them and ruined a lot of parts of their lives, and it really affects people, and it sucks that there's people out there that are so cruel and evil trying to ruin people and put such a personal aspect of someone out for everyone to see. And like I said, everything on the internet is gonna be there forever. I've been pretty thankful and grateful for my YouTube experience. I've had a really great experience, and you guys have been so supportive over the years of me being on YouTube, and I could not be more happy with the audience I do have. But there are obviously a couple things that have happened to me on YouTube that's a little bit creepy, this one being one of them. You guys know I also did my catfish stalker story where someone tried to beat me for years, and they found me because of my YouTube channel, which I will link that video above and down below. But like I said, that video is in my storytime playlist. So that was probably one thing that was really hard. I don't think it's the same person at all though, because that person was definitely from another country and had a little bit of a language barrier. And this person definitely kind of seemed like it was more personal, was speaking like me and pretending to be me. And all my friends that they messaged really thought at the beginning it was me just randomly messaging them, even though I feel like they're probably like, wow, I haven't talked to this person in so long, but hey, whatever. Hopefully that person's not watching. Honestly, it made me want to delete Snapchat, because Snapchat, you didn't even send me a message. This is why we have moved over to Instagram. No shade. That is my story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit entertaining, and if you guys want to see more story times, I'll have my playlist down below for you guys in the description box. Like I said, I will also link Rakuten. Don't forget to sign up with my link so you guys can get your $10 after you make your first purchase, and also just to save money and get cash back. Trust me, once you start using this, it's gonna become a thing. You're gonna get addicted, and it's just really nice to save money on things that you already need to buy, or gifts, or whatever the case may be. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. I do upload every single week. And on that note, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!